Well, I shouldn't just walk into someone's home, even if they were rude. Oh, good. A kind face. I have tried time and again to ask politely for my friend's safe return, but they rudely mock me in response. Would you help me retrieve Privette? They took her away into Breakwater Cave. Didn't even ask my permission. Oh, my Privette is without a doubt the most beautiful sheep on the island. Just ask anyone and they'll agree. A swell of Hadolids reside in this cave. They displayed such inner ugliness and took Privette. I just heard her cries from inside. Well, even if my Privette was just your typical sheep, which she is not, that would not excuse the Hadolids' rude behavior. I need someone strong to support my negotiations for Privette's return. How would you feel about joining me in exchange for coin? I knew you looked friendly. There goes a true friend to animals, I said. Now, with you to accompany me into the cave, our negotiations can begin. They may get rough, but I refuse to leave without my Privette. I am so much more than a simple farmer. They only think of animals as a source of income, or even food. No, I am an animal steward. I serve each of the creatures under my care. Whatever their needs may be, I attend to them. Absolutely. In many ways, I take care of every creature on High Isle. Those that cannot speak for themselves, anyway. Many animals find their way to my home that deserve special attention. Privette was just such a sheep. I woke one morning and instantly knew someone needed my care. I leapt from bed and ran to my door. And just out front, there she was. Oh, Privette was quite the beauty. From the moment I laid eyes on her, I knew I had to serve her. I regret that I didn't introduce myself when they arrived. Such a simple gesture from me could have prevented this crime. Hadolids aren't soft like sheep. They're covered in hard shells with nasty spikes, like overgrown mud crabs. Oh, and the smell. Like rotten meat floating in dirty seawater. They usually live far below the water, so I shouldn't judge. Maybe my scent of fine lanolin and fresh hay offends them. Oh, listen to me gossiping like a child. This happens when I get emotional. Sadly, no. That's the sort of thing I'd learn in a friendly conversation. I've heard rumors about Hadolid attacks on other islands around here. In the past, I assumed that was just bigotry. Now, I'm not so sure.
I don't want to hurt you, but now I'm going to.
A skeleton! Not Privette's, thankfully. I hope this poor soul didn't die alone.
Try breaking free! cry for money. Coming for us.
Oh no, Privette! Wait, these aren't sheep bones. Maybe a horse? Oh, poor thing.
Don't like your odds.
Privette's sash. I gave this to her as a present. Finding Privette's sash worries me. She'd never take that off. Unless she left it as a clue. She wants me to know she's here. The bones we found looked gnawed on, but none of them were sheep bones. So I feel confident Privette's still alive. What a horrible notion. You don't think they'd plan to eat poor Privette? How could anyone look into those sweet eyes and consider such a deed? Privette isn't food. She's a friend. But I must agree, very nasty behavior from my new neighbors. We know Privette came through here because we found her sash. But since we didn't see any sheep bones, they must have moved her. Let's search the caves over to the west. I know it's rude to rummage around someone's home, but they started it. From the archipelago to the mainland, everything is war and fighting. But it doesn't have to be that way. I try to assume people have good intentions, and usually they do. Maybe this is all a misunderstanding. I can work that out later.
This should help.
Look, a trail of bones.
Off with you, Swit!
A good sign.
Get noticed, but style gets remembered.
Look at that natural bridge ahead. I bet the view is delightful.
Get back, you fetcher! Whew, that was a bit of a warm-up.
I think I hear her bleating. We must be close. Oh no, Privette! How could they put my beautiful friend in a cage? We absolutely must free her.
You lead.
Sweet Privette, reunited at last! A cave exit is nearby. Come, Privette, let's get out of here. Oh, my dear Privette, I don't know how I could live without you. I must say, and I don't usually speak ill of anyone except goats, but those Hadolids were awful. Didn't even bother to explain themselves. I'm thankful you came along to help. And Privette tells me she appreciates you as well. No, thankfully. Her wool is damp and dirty, which I find offensive, but she's safe. I'll clean her right up in no time. Please, take this as a thank you from the both of us. I'm glad that not everyone is as rude as those Hadolids. High Isle feels so peaceful most of the time. That's why I like it here, a respite from all the chaos of the mainland. But recently there are Hadolids and rogue knights roaming the roads. And adventurers like you. Too much excitement for me. First thing, Privette needs a bath. She seems a little sad at the moment, but a long soak should fix that. Then I'll make us a meal. Ah, the simple pleasures. I just want her to feel safe again. You were quite stern with them. Maybe the Hadolids caught the message not to bother their neighbors. If I see them lurking around again, I will just tell them they're not welcome. I can be quite stern as well when I need to be. They fell for her charms, obviously. Who wouldn't want my sweet Privette living with them? She brightens every room, even a moldy cave. Maybe those Hadolids never intended to eat her. Yes, that must be it. She was never in danger.